Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni, yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe.
Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni, yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye.
The biggest need in Africa today is for trained leaders. The church in Africa is the fastest growing church in the world and has the potential to change the world. However, one of the consequences of this phenomenal growth is a lack in trained leadership.
Even though training is needed at every level, we believe that it is more strategic to train leaders at the highest levels who will be able to train others according to the principle described by Paul in his second letter to Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 2. And what you have heard from me before many witnesses, entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. FATEAC arose because there was a need for theological studies at graduate and postgraduate levels. Before the creation of FATEAC, we had to send students to the United States, to Canada, to Europe, especially to France. This created three problems. The first problem was financial. It costs a lot of money to send an individual or family across the ocean to the United States, to Canada, or to Europe. The second problem was that most of those students had families. Sometimes we had to divide families. The husband would go alone for his training, or the husband, wife, and a few children would go and leave some of the children to stay here. The third problem is that when students went to study overseas, they did their studies in a purely Western context. When they returned, those who were aware of the problem had to work at adapting what they had learned to an African context. What we do here at FATEAC is to give students the tools so that they can go back to their respective countries and train others. We want to help them interpret and apply God's Word in their own African context.
FATEAC has shown over the last 20 years its importance in playing that role in the development of the church in Africa.